Good morning, class. We'll talk about central idea today. Particularly, we'll talk about central idea when working with informational text, okay? And as you can see, I've placed a picture on the difference between when we're working with literary text and when we're working on informational text. And when we're talking about informational text, we call them main ideas or central ideas, opposed to when we're working with fictional text, we want to stick with theme. And I want you all to put on your detective minds, where I want us to pay close attention to what we're doing today, especially to be able to determine or identify the central idea. Our standard for today will be to determine a central idea of a text and how it is conveyed through particular details. Provide a summary of the text, distinct from personal opinions or judgments. I know I've stated a lot, and it just sounds foreign to you all with all those words, but on our next slide, you'll be able to understand what you should be able to do once our lesson is over with at the end. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to do the following. These are our learning goals for today. So you should be able to identify the central idea of an informational text. You should be able to identify relevant or key details that support the central idea. You should also be able to provide an objective summary of a given informational text. And when we say objective summary, we're just saying that you are not using bias. You're not giving your opinion. You're not giving your personal thoughts. You're only providing or stating facts from the text. Now we're going to go on to our next slide. I have presented to you all an image. And with this image, I want you all to study it, look at it, observe. Now on your post-it note, your index card, or whatever is in front of you, I want you to write down what do you think is the central idea of the image. Then I want you to provide evidence to support your reasoning. So whatever central idea you've come up with, what from the image made you come up with it? What clues or what hints? And if you notice, I have hidden the words here because I want to see what you all come up with. Then I'll give you a few minutes to process or to come up with some responses. This is what we should have come up with, something similar along these lines. So the responses that you all may have had, maybe her room is very cluttered, is very messy or disorganized. The mom may be getting on to her because her room is disorganized or cluttered. The young girl may have lost something or upset because her room is cluttered. And as you can see, I've uncovered the words here. So we know that the mom is getting on to her or upset with her about her messy room. So if you notice, here are the evidence that we possibly looked at to help us come up with our central idea is looking at the mother's expression, looking at the young girl's expression, and also looking at different areas of the room to notice and realize that it's very disorganized or messy. Now we're going to move on to our activity for today. Our directions and the materials that we'll need. Our materials, we'll need our Surface Pro, we'll need to go to readworks.org, and we need to make sure we have a close eye on details. Remember, we want to put on our detective minds because, like detectives, good readers have to pay attention to the detail in order to understand the main point of the text or passage. So our directions, we're going to go to readworks.org. You're going to click on the text or passage entitled Cloud Forest, and you're going to annotate the passage if you need to. And you're going to independently complete the central idea or graphic organizer. So I'm going to give you all time to do that. And your graphic organizer will look similar to this here on the right. And we're going to tweak it to fit the passage that we're going to be given today. So once you logged on to readworks.org, you should have something that looks like this. And again, the title of your passage is entitled Water from the Air, Cloud Forest. and it is pretty lengthy. However, as you finish reading or doing your reading, whichever you prefer, I want you to complete this graphic organizer here. And once you complete the graphic organizer in the different boxes, as the different boxes prompt you, these are the things that are going to help you write in those complete sentences, or going to help you create that objective summary that we're going to do at the end. So go ahead and read your passage and complete the goal once you're done or while you read. But remember, we must pay close attention to detail. Now, after you've read what you all should have come up with on your goal, and again, your goal will not look exactly like mine, but it should look similar to it. And I do not expect us to use the same words, but we should be saying the same thing. So in the middle, I want you all to put the title. And here we have water from air, cloud forest. And here in this particular box, who is it about? Again, we didn't talk about a specific person. We talked about a specific concept or a thing or object. And in this case, our topic was cloud forest. And if you notice, I've completed a few boxes, but not all boxes, because I will get a few responses from volunteers to see what you were thinking and what did you all have, to see if we all on the same page, did we come up with the same thing. And so as I read the passage, we should have came up with, well, how do cloud forests happen? Well, they form along the slopes or side of mountains. Where can they be found? Or where did it happen? Well, they can be found in tropical areas in South America and Western Asia. And for you all, you may have put that specific place that they named in the passage, and that is fine. Okay, I want to be short and to the point for just for the sake of the graphic organizer and the space that I have. So I'm going to give you a few more minutes to complete the rest of this and to hear a few responses from your classmates.